Amsterdam calling, so pick up.
Oh, there go the bells. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, it's already melting. It's so good. Hello everyone and welcome back to Amsterdam Calling, where alles is lief, leuk en lekker. I'm your host Dam Jerry, and today we are going to be exploring one of my favorite towns in the Netherlands, and that is Haarlem. Dating back to the 10th century, Haarlem was one of the oldest cities in the Netherlands. It was also one of the biggest, just behind Dordrecht. It's a little bit like Amsterdam, just a little smaller, and with a less hustle and bustle. So come with me, let's explore Haarlem. It has everything. This is the big square, the Grote Markt, and this is basically the heart of Haarlem, the center of everything. All roads leads to this square and from this square, and you have the big church on one side, and on the other side you have the old city hall, the Stadshouse, and right now there are lots of restaurants that sort of line the perimeter. St. Bavo Kerk is the biggest church here in Haarlem, and with its 78-meter high tower you can see it from everywhere. It really dominates the skyline. And Frans, Hals and 400 other people are buried here. Well, the old Stadhouse behind me, or the old City Hall, was built in 1100 in its original form as a wooden structure, and over the years it has taken many forms because of fires and had to be rebuilt many times. It's had many uses, but now it's mainly used for weddings. The Teylers Museum behind me is one of the oldest museums in the Netherlands, built in 1778. It was started and built by Peter Taylor van der Holst, and it is a great mix of both art and science. Teylers' house is also included in the museum, and yeah, it's a fascinating walkthrough about what houses were like back in the day. One of the things you should consider when you're in Haarlem is to take a boat tour. Now, there are not as many canals as there are in Amsterdam, but there's certainly some main waterways that, yeah, boats go on all the time. You see them go under the bridges, or the bridges open up. Very beautiful. So anyway, we're going to be on an open sloop, and yeah, we're going to see what it's all about. Haarlem is known for its world-class shopping in its 7 Golden Streets area. Behind me is the Corrie ten Boom house, and it is dedicated to the ten Boom family who, with their strong beliefs in the Christian religion, helped people that were trying to hide from the Nazis that were under threat from persecution here in Haarlem and the Netherlands. I am now standing in the old Jopen Church, and presently there is a craft brewery that resides here, and they took their name after the church itself. So they are called Jopen Beer, or the Jopen Brewery. So behind me is an old prison that has been converted into student housing. So besides student housing, there is a lot of office space and even a movie theater. Two scoops, red velvet and black cherry. Frans Hals is definitely one of the most famous painters from the Netherlands, and going to his museum while you're in Haarlem is a definite must. Although he was born in Belgium, Frans Hals lived and worked around the Haarlem area most of his life, and the museum features a lot of his work and the work of other artists who also lived and worked in Haarlem in the 17th century. You can really get lost. Well, not necessarily lost, but you can explore these very narrow streets and alleyways that people live in. And it's totally okay to, I mean, it's totally public. But yeah, just keep it quiet, and boy, they are just so beautiful and charming. Hey guys, well, after 2 days of filming here in Haarlem, I'm exhausted, but I loved every minute of it. And I know in the intro I sort of mentioned that Haarlem is a lot like Amsterdam, but just smaller, and that really isn't true. Even though it has canals, it has, you know, a lot of history like Amsterdam, it isn't as modern. It has a more old-time, quaint, charming feel to it. It is smaller, it's a lot more quiet, and there's a lot of nooks and crannies that you can just go and explore by yourself and really feel like you are back in the day. I mean, and feel like you're in the golden age. So anyway, that was my trip in Haarlem. I'm off to another city. If you have any suggestions where you would like to see me film, please go ahead and leave a comment below. Well, until then, I'm LiQWYD with Amsterdam Calling, hoping all of your days are what? Lief, leuk en lekker. Tot de volgende keer.